What's up? Welcome back to Mad Bets, Yahoo Sports weekly gambling show. I'm Matt Gothard here with my partner in crime, Jared Quay. Jared, how's it going? It's been a really exciting week.
I'm good, man. I picked the Ravens, and I knew the Ravens going to dominate. That's what they did, baby. I'm on fire. I'm winning out. My five-star confidence going to win out the rest of the season.
They really are. They really are. But even winning bets is not the most exciting thing because we're really excited to announce the launch of the Yahoo Sportsbook powered by BetMGM. Just go to betmgm.com/Yahoo and make your first deposit of $10 to receive 100 in free bets. New users 21 and older, New Jersey only. See site for full offer terms and conditions. That's very exciting stuff, man. $10 to get 100 in free play? That's insane.
Hey, lucky. I'm about to move to New Jersey right now. That's a good
deal. If you put that in perspective, if you put $10 on the biggest underdog this week, which is the Dolphins, and they win, you would only get half of that. If you're in New Jersey, you got to sign up. I don't know why. You're going to be missing out. And don't miss out on the rest of the show we have today, which is our every NFL pick that we're excited about. So we'll start with our most confident picks. We got a tasty teaser we're going to throw in there. You got a money line special that you're going to put out there. I don't even know what that is anymore. We're going to do some prop bets with Matt Harmon because you love him so much. And speaking of things that you love so much, we have one game that we don't hate, followed by Thursday Night Football and some college picks. Before we talk about anything else, what's your most confident pick of the week, Jared? Locked and loaded.
I got a lot of them, okay? I got a lot of them. But the pick that I'm confident about is the Dallas Cowboys plus 6.5 against New England in Foxborough. Call me crazy, say, Jared, what are you doing? You guys bet against the Patriots every week and lose. That means you're a Patriots fan, and I don't want to talk to you, okay? Cowboys are designed to beat the Patriots, all right? They're very similar to Kansas City Chiefs, who always give the Patriots a tough time. They have great deep ball threats. They have a mobile quarterback and a running back that can run the ball. Plus, if you've seen Tom Brady throw the ball lately, he can't throw the ball deep. I think DeMarcus Lawrence and them hit him a couple of times. And 6.5, every team New England has played with above a 500 record, besides the Steelers in week 1, has been a 7-point or under win for them. Our loss with the Ravens. So I like the Cowboys plus 6.5. But me, I'm betting the money line. Whew. Follow suit if you want.
Money line?
Yes.
On the road?
In Foxborough. They're hungry. They need to win this.
I don't even know the last time the Patriots lost at home.
It was the Chiefs.
Chiefs. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, I like it. 6.5's a lot. 6.5 is a lot of points.
And you got like a hungry Cowboys team. They need this to win the division. The New England, they're like, oh, we need to win so we can keep home field advantage. That ain't no real. No, he's trying to go to the playoffs. Zeke is finna eat, baby. He's gonna be doing the Dak Prescott hip move.
I love it. It's the dance of the year.
It is. I wish I could go back to Halloween and just be Dak Prescott hip move.
All right, well, you're taking a road underdog. I'm taking a road underdog, too. I'm taking the Green Bay Packers plus 3.5 at San Francisco. I know you hate this pick, and that's fine with me, but Aaron Rodgers and 3.5 points is enough for me to get on board, especially because the 49ers can't stop the run. So that makes his life a lot easier. Even if they're up 10 with 2 minutes left, I'll take the 3.5.
Ooh, Gotham, you bold. I'm going to tell you why, all right? That's a sucker's pick. Everybody likes Green Bay because Aaron Rodgers is a dog. First and foremost, 49ers can't stop the run. They had a bad last 2 weeks with the Cardinals, but they've shut down the Rams run game. They shut down a bunch of teams. And on top of that, the real team that can't stop the run is the Green Bay Packers, okay? And if there's any team that knows how to run the ball well, it's Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers. So I'm taking the Niners here. I love them at home. I love them running the ball well. And I think their defense does a good job of making sure Aaron Jones doesn't go off. And Aaron Rodgers is going to have to be the GOAT to beat them.
All right. Well, if Jared hasn't talked you out of betting on the Packers and I haven't talked you out of betting on the Cowboys, this is our first ever Mad Bets Locked and Loaded Pick of the Week. This is our parlay, and you can bet on it too with boosted odds by going to betmgm.com/Yahoo and signing up there. These odds will be boosted throughout the week, so check BetMGM for the current line. Lines are subject to change throughout the week. All right, Jared, what's your next best pick of the week?
My next best pick of the week is the Detroit Lions minus 3.5 at Washington. Let's be honest, okay? The Redskins stink. Anytime the quarterback's telling the line, what can I do to help you? And they're not even paying attention. They're like, you can't help us because you can't throw the ball. Meanwhile, Detroit's really good. They have some of the best receivers. And even without Matthew Stafford, Driscoll came in and played good. He can run the ball. And they have great receivers and a good defense. I like what Matt Patricia's doing there. 3.5 against one of the worst teams in the NFL. Easy money for me.
Sign me up. Sign me up, yeah. I don't usually love your picks, but that's one that I'm like, I kind of want to pull my phone out right now.
And as just my former football player, I know it looked cool on TV to see, like, what can I do to help you? But if you've seen the lineman's face, every one of them was like, I don't want to block for this guy.
No.
They were literally, I hope that he doesn't get hurt this week because they were like, I don't want to block for this guy. That's what I seen in their eyes.
It's Ohio State quarterbacks. They just they don't do well in the NFL.
He may do good. I think that was a bad move for him.
Nope.
Well, geez, all right, your Big Ten knowledge.
Has Haskins ever looked good? Has he ever looked good in the NFL?
Well, he's only played, 2 games. He actually scored a touchdown. He threw a touchdown last week. But I'm not betting necessarily against Haskins. I am betting against Haskins. I'm betting against anytime the stadium doesn't sell out and the chance of going sell the team, it's going to be more Lions fans in there than it is going to be Redskins.
Well, I like it, man. Simon, we should go to the game.
Especially because Detroit ain't got nobody living in Detroit no more. All the fans live in other cities. They probably a lot of Detroit fans in D.C.
We should go to the game, except for it's super far away. So
And it's going to be cold.
It'd be really cold.
Yeah.
Well, you know what game we could go to, though, is the Los Angeles Rams plus 3.5 at home against the Ravens. Right now, both of these teams seem like good bets, but the Ravens just blew out the Texans, so I think a lot of people are going to be really high on them, and I think a lot of people probably think they're going to blow out the Rams. At home, though, I'll take the Rams and the points.
I'm scared of this one. I think I'm going to go with you with the Rams solely because it's the first time they've been underdogs at home since like 2018, and it was like when they benched their starters. I think the Rams here have a lot of value. I think Baltimore's bound to slip up a little bit, and I think Aaron Donald can cause problems for Lamar Jackson because he gets a big push in the middle. So I'm going to take the Rams plus 3.5. They may even lose, but probably by 3 at the most. They're going to run the ball, and it's going to be a 2-running team. I think it's a low-scoring game, more so than it will be a shootout.
It's hard to bet against a home dog in a primetime game, and that's exactly what they are. So I'm signing up. It's a lot of points.
Goff scares me, though. I don't know what's going on with the kid. He was, like, amazing last year, and this year he's like, yo, just last year was enough. Now I need to be in the Hall of Fame because he's playing terrible.
Well, only time will tell. Only time will tell what happens there. But speaking of time, I think it's time to move on to our next segment. It's time for a tasty teaser with Minty Bets.
Yeah.
Minty, welcome back. It's time for another tasty teaser, and Jared is adamant that we get a winner this week. So who are you taking? Who are you adding 7 points to?
All right, I'm teasing the Seattle Seahawks from plus 1.5 to plus 8.5. The Seahawks are coming off a week of rest. They rank 4th in total offense, 7th in scoring offense, and their defense is really coming together. Although the Eagles are playing great defense, their offense is inconsistent, especially during crucial moments. Seattle likes to keep games really close and really exciting. They're 8-2 against the spread their last 10 away games and 4-0 straight up against the Eagles.
I love getting 8.5 in that game. It should be a good one, but getting over a touchdown, I love it. Jared?
And off a bye. They're off a bye. I don't
Off a bye.
understand. I like my pick, all right. I'm betting for the Saints because I believe they have one of the best defenses in the NFL. And if you're going to make me take them from a -9, basically 10 points, to -2.5, that's easy money. Kyle Allen's going to throw at least 2 interceptions. And when you're down, I know Christian McCaffrey is amazing, but he can't run the ball to keep in the game. I'm taking the Saints -2.5.
I'm absolutely shocked you didn't take the Jaguars, because we always take the Jaguars on this segment.
I've been jinxing them. I've been jinxing them.
All right, if you're taking Minty's favorite team, I'm taking your favorite team. I'm taking the Jaguars up to 10.5. Last time they played the Titans, they won by 13, so give me 10 all day. Should be a close one, at least, hopefully.
I appreciate you making that pick for me.
All right, if you need any sports betting content on Twitter, follow Minty at Minty Bets. Thanks so much for stopping by, Minty.
Thanks, guys.
We got a winner this time. We're going to win. It's time for your favorite part of this show. Jared's commitment of the week. That's me. All right. And for this week, I'm taking none other than the Buffalo Bills, baby, at home. Bills Mafia, what's up? I'm with y'all. I'm drumming through tables. Light me on fire. All right, don't do that. But the Bills will definitely win this week. They're playing against the Broncos, which is where I'm from. I'm from Denver, and I still think the Bills win this one. They look on fire. Josh Allen was good last week. Their defense is still hot. Singletary's running the ball well, and they're going against Brandon Allen. He's better than a lot of the options they have there, but I don't think he's good enough to go in the Bills Mafia in Buffalo, New York, early morning, traveling from the West Coast to try to win this game. Let's go, Bills. Here, this is my commitment of the week. Let's get to the next week of the Survivor Pool, y'all.
My favorite part of that entire take was you referring to yourself in third person. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Outside of that, I'm not a big fan. Not a big fan, Jared.
Well, I'm on a win streak, so I'm just adding on. Next week, I'm going to just keep going.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to go into another. I'm going to be like, Jared's commitment of the week. And then we just add another Jared on there every time.
I guess we should just tell everybody, Jared finally won 2 in a row. So that's amazing, and that means that the Bills are not going to win. There's value on the Broncos. There's no value on the Bills minus 215. You got to bet $200 to win 100.
Don't overthink, all right? The first half, they came off a bye against a coach who knew the Vikings really well. They got 20 points. In the second half, they were the Broncos were used to, and they blew the lead, and they lost. How do you blow a 20-point lead? I feel like they're demotivated, and they have to go all the way to the Bills. If you ever been to Bills, they don't have nothing but the stadium there. The whole fan base is going to literally be like, we really love this. That's all they do. And they jump through tables. And so I just feel like the Broncos ain't ready for that.
All right, I got one question for you about it.
I know what your question is.
Yeah?
Yes, I got this hat from Yahoo Sports Shop. And yes, you can get one too.
Get your favorite team merchandise at Yahoo Sports Fan Shop.
It's time for Give Me Some Props with your favorite person, Matt Harmon.
Hello, Harmon.
Matt, welcome back. Thanks for coming back. time to do some more prop bets. Your boy was undefeated last week, so I'm hoping to keep it going. First, we got more passing yards, Russell Wilson or Carson Wentz?
I'm going Russell Wilson confidently here. This Eagles offense is straight up broken right now. They've got guys that are basically as good as Jared out there playing wide receiver. And let me tell you what, that's not good. I've seen Jared's hands. That guy can't catch. I'd put Nelson Aguilar up ahead of Jared in terms of hands, all that type of stuff. So really, right now with how bad this Eagles passing game looks, how it just completely undermanned they are from a personnel perspective, I don't know how you can confidently take them in a prop bet like this.
All right, Jared, what are you thinking?
Harmon, for once, has been looking at my notes, and he's right. I think the Eagles are broken. I think Tyler Lockett can catch the ball unlike Aguilar, and I think that they don't have any receivers right now. They need Deshaun Jackson back bad. And Russell, I think, honestly, could run for more yards than Carson Wentz is going to throw for, but I think he definitely throws for more yards here. Their offense is really on fire. I like the Seahawks a lot to win this game and Russell to throw a lot of yards.
Guys, the show's only good if we have some controversy, so I'm taking Wentz. Fly, Eagles, fly. It's going to be easy.
I thought you were undefeated last week.
Yeah, you were trying to ruin that perfect record.
No, I just want to keep it going. And, okay, so next up we got Ezekiel Elliott -0.5 total touchdown versus Tom Brady. Kind of an exotic one. Harmon, what are you thinking?
I like this one a lot. It was tough to decide between the two, but right now I am going to go with Tom Brady in this spot because I think when you look at Dallas's defense, they're really just an ordinary unit across the board. I know they have some really good pass rushers, the dual defensive ends there, but I think they can scheme around that, get the ball out quickly, and I really think that's the way they're going to have to move the ball because right now, Sony Michel in that running game is really terrible. I don't see how that's going to work as the primary engine of the offense. I think it's going to be Brady. I think he does have a bounce-back performance. And look, like, just to go narrative for a second, we saw after the game he was frustrated by the offensive performance against the Eagles, and now we've got the articles dripping out from like the Washington Post and stuff like that saying Tom Brady's not an elite quarterback. You know what happens after people start questioning Brady? He drops a hammer, and I think he does it here.
All right, Jared, is he dropping a hammer?
I didn't work this hard to get to where I'm at right now to agree with Harmon 3 times in a row, all right? I'm not doing that. I'm taking Ezekiel Elliott here. Brady hasn't looked great. And if you honestly think every time the Patriots play a good team, they don't score a lot of points. I mean, they put up 17 against the Eagles. They put up 16 against the Bills. I think that they're going to try to run the ball and keep the game low scoring. It's going to be cold out. And I like Ezekiel Elliott to run that ball and eat, baby. He's going to get at least 1, maybe 2 because he's on my fantasy team.
I'm taking Zeke too, just mainly because of what we've seen so far. Harmon, you're right though. You don't want to talk any smack about Brady because we do all know what's coming. So, all right, Aaron Rodgers -1.5 pass touchdowns versus Jimmy G. Harmon, what are you thinking?
That 1.5 is a big difference maker here, and frankly, I think we've seen Jimmy Garoppolo come alive in those 2 matchups against the Cardinals. And the Packers defense is better than the Cardinals, but right now they are giving up one of the highest yards per play in the entire NFL. I think that defense, while it started off really good, if you can get pressure with those 2 Smith guys up front, that can be a problematic defense to go against. But for the most part, San Francisco's played pretty well about getting the ball out. Even with some offensive line injuries, Jimmy Garoppolo had a great game last week. I expect that to continue, and I'm taking him here. Because right now, we've seen if it's a good matchup, Jimmy G and those weapons, especially Deebo Samuel coming on, if they get George Kittle back, Emmanuel Sanders is a bit more healthy, I'm taking him to have the better passing performance in this one.
Quay?
I got to be honest with you. I got to go with him again, all right? Jimmy Garoppolo, and you're giving us like 1.5. I think Aaron Rodgers has not really – he hasn't had to throw the ball much this week. But I just I like what this 49ers got going right now. Jimmy Garoppolo looks like the guy who deserves the amount of money he's getting lately. So I'm going Garoppolo.
You know, I feel like I put myself in a bad spot because I'm all in on the Packers to beat the 49ers. So I'm taking Aaron Rodgers. But now that I'm seeing that I'm completely fading Harmon, I'm realizing, you know, whenever I make a lot of money, I end up losing it all the next week because I get cocky. So it's probably what's going to happen. All right, if you guys need any fantasy advice or anything in general on Twitter, tweet at Matt Harmon, at @MattHarmon_BYB. Thanks so much for stopping by, Matt.
Hey, my pleasure. Thank you, guys.
I know that you love Matt Harmon, but I know that you also don't love the rest of the game. So I think it's time for I Don't Hate It, where we eliminate all the games we hate to find one that we don't feel too bad about. So take one game off the board.
The first game I love more than I love Matt Harmon, but I hate this game. The Giants versus the Bears. I don't know what's going to happen in this game. The Giants are coming off a bye. They may have some people back from injury. They may be good. The Bears really, really need this win, and it's going to be cold out there. I don't want to bet on this. If I had to bet on it, I would bet to I bet that the game's going to go under, but I'm not touching this game.
I was thinking under 2. When I was looking at 41.5, I think that every Bears game goes under. And I don't see the Giants lighting them up. So
Bears can't score, and they got a good defense. They're under. They're just the under men.
All right, well, I hate that game. I hate this one way more. The Miami Dolphins plus 10.5 at Cleveland. You couldn't pay me to bet on that game.
Couldn't pay me to watch that game. Watch that game. I don't even let unless they swing in helmets. I mean, at that point, you just got to see it. Just be like, yo, it's crazy out there.
If the Dolphins somehow beat the Browns, what happens in Cleveland this week, Jared?
Freddie Kitchens goes to the kitchen, gets a box of ice cream, and he sits himself there as he got fired because he will not be the coach if they lose this game.
I didn't know where you were going with that.
But the Browns they're coming back. They're actually building momentum. They're the team that we thought they were going to get week 1. All the players are starting to play good. I do think they could win this game, and I think they could win it handily, especially with being at home. But again, if they lose this game, Freddie Kitchens is losing control of that team. So I don't think he makes it past this week if they lose.
All right. Really quick before we move on to the cover 10.5.
If they're going to win, they're going to win big. I think the Dolphins have played well, but I think the Browns are a good team. And even without Myles Garrett and even Olivier Vernon, I think they still have a great D-line, and I think they can make this happen.
All right, that's enough Dolphins talk. What's next?
I don't like the Raiders versus the Jets, all right? The Raiders are a good team, but they're going to the East Coast to play a Jets team that's kind of streaky. They're either really good or really bad, and I don't want to touch it because I don't know if Sam Darnold is going to be like, I am one of the better quarterbacks, or he's going to be like, I see ghosts. And so I see me not betting on this game.
I like that. I am very hurt by the Jets, and I keep trying to bet on them, and then last week I didn't.
The Redskins?
And no, I just didn't bet on it, and so of course they showed up.
I told you.
I'm done with them.
That was going to be one of them games where you're like, I knew I should have put money on it.
Man, it still kind of hurts, and I can't get on the Raiders either, so I'm staying away from all
I actually like
that.
the Jets to win this one. West Coast teams play terrible on the early morning slot on the East Coast. I just think the Raiders are a great team, but it's just the time difference. And the Raiders are at a point where they probably could lose a game.
Seems like Vegas wants you to bet the Raiders, too.
They're begging you to bet the Raiders, and they're like, yeah, we got to fix it.
All right. All right, well, last game, it's between Tampa Bay and Atlanta or Pittsburgh and Cincinnati, and I hate the Cincinnati Bengals. I hate the Cincinnati Bengals. They make me look so bad all season long. They're playing a team that's also made me look bad, the Steelers. So I don't need to say anything else other than I don't really like that game.
I mean, I couldn't see myself putting money on Mason Rudolph to get a 7-point lead. I'd be betting on the Steelers defense. And Cincinnati's bound to try to win one. They played the Raiders pretty close, so I don't think I would bet on it, but I'd take the Bengals if I had to.
38.5 points total. I don't even know if I like the over-under. I don't even know
because
if I
those games are always like field goal games. It's because they know each other so well. It's always like 12 to 15 max.
The Steelers did torch them earlier this year, but that was also a little.
And that was when everybody was heavy on the Bengals. Who knows? It might go vice versa this time. So, look, what's the game we don't hate?
You know a game we don't hate.
We probably don't agree on it either.
Who do you got? What is it?
I'm taking the Atlanta Falcons minus 4.5 to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Okay, Jameis looks like he's injured, and if he's not injured, he just likes throwing picks. And Atlanta Falcons the last 2 weeks have played like the team I thought they were going to be in week 1. Their defense looks strong. Matt Ryan's getting going. Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley. The team looks like they're on fire. In fact, if they keep playing like this and teams start losing, they could even find themselves in the playoffs at 9-7. I like the Falcons, all right? I'm on the Falcons bandwagon. I wish they played like this all the time so I had them as my 5-star confident pick, but I'm taking them this week.
Insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over, expecting different results. And all we've done this year is bet on the Falcons. And they have crushed us, Jared. They have crushed us.
And the Bucs have did the same thing.
No, they didn't.
Every
They
time
beat
I
the
put money on
Rams
the Bucs,
straight up.
they like to lose by a little bit more than they're supposed to lose by. The only game they won is the one you picked them as 9-point underdogs.
And they won straight up.
Yeah. Well, look here, Gotham. Look, we can make a personal bet of 57 cents for the fact of this game, all right?
All right.
I want you to pay me in pennies just so you take your time to go count them out.
That's fine. You're on.
Right.
I'll pay you in pennies because Tampa Bay is going to at least cover in this game. It's going to be an ugly game.
I mean, I'd like the Falcons to score a lot of points. I mean, they just blew out they beat out everybody in the conference. They blew out the Saints. They blew out the Carolina Panthers. Now they're going to finish the job and blow out the Buccaneers. I don't hate it. I actually love it. I love the Falcons.
It's going to be a marginal game. You know what else is going to be a marginal game? Thursday Night Football.
It's going to be a weird game. Thursday Night Football will be weird.
Brad, welcome back. Thursday Night Football is here yet again. Indianapolis Colts getting 3.5 on the road in Houston. Who's winning tonight?
I'm taking the Colts. Look, I'm going to definitely take the hook. That's going to come into play in this one. So I'm going to take the plus 3.5. I will actually have a little action also sprinkled on the money line. I mean, look at Indianapolis, 5-1 against the spread the last 6 games against Houston. They're also 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 games overall. So I like the Colts. Houston can't stop anybody through the air right now. That entire secondary is disheveled. I think Jacoby Brissett, who had 4 touchdowns in the earlier season meeting between these two squads, could really tee off in this contest, especially if T.Y. Hilton is back in uniform.
Jared, what are you thinking?
I got to fade Brad here just because Brad was wrong last week. No. Actually, I got multiple reasons. Texans are at home. And on top of that, I think that without Marlon Mack, you have a lot. There's a big thing when you change running backs. It doesn't change the fact that one guy was good running the ball, but blocking schemes change. And I just feel like they were able to, and I'm a Jaguars fan, run at will through the A-gap against the Jaguars. But let's not overreact from last week. Yes, the Texans went to the Ravens in the cold, but now they're back at home on a short week. I like them to win this one pretty big.
Yeah, I'm taking the Texans too just because of the injury bug. And last week, Baltimore made them look pretty bad, so I feel like people are kind of against them right now, but probably going to be wrong. Brad, you're right, that hook is very scary. All right, over-under 46.5 points tonight. What are you thinking?
I always take the under on Thursday Night Football. I mean, it's a black hole for statistical purposes. Everything goes into there and just disintegrates. And I think that will be the case once again this week. And again, the trend supports what I am claiming right now. Houston, under an 8 of their last 12 games. 5 of the last 7 against the Indianapolis Colts on the road. In the Colts' last 18 contests, they've hit the under 12 times. This is going to be lower scoring than people think. Again, firmly under that total.
All right, Jared, you agreeing?
No, I actually think I'm going to go over. I know the trends do say that. I just feel like both these teams are good with knowing each other. I think they're both going to put up points. I love T.Y. Hilton back, so I think he definitely scores a touchdown. And I think Nuke gets a touchdown too. I'm thinking more of like a 20-27 type game.
I'm taking the over too, but I'm now getting very concerned that I'm agreeing with Jared so much.
I'm loving this.
Never really works out for me that well. So hopefully we can get a little bit of difference on this last one. Our prop bet of the week, Carlos Hyde, over under 78.5 rushing yards. What are you thinking, Brad, fantasy guy?
I mean, under. He's averaging very close to this number, 76.9 rush yards per game this season. He's hit the over a handful of times this year. But the Colts, I think, are an underappreciated run defense. 5th fewest fantasy points allowed at the running back position. They're giving up 76.5 rush yards per game. That's in the totality of running backs. And also just 4.0 in terms of yards per carry. So it's going to be close, but I think Hyde's going to fall short of this, something around 70 to 72 rush yards. That's it.
Jared, you taking the under too?
Just as it supports my over and the Texans, I need Carlos Hyde to get over 78 yards. I'm going to take the over. I'm going all in, and it's going to work out.
I am feeling the same way because I'm looking at the number and it's like, I don't know. But I said over because I need them to win. So in order for them to win, he's going to need to get those points. Brad, I hate to disagree with you, though. So is there any game this week that we can all agree on that you like, that we can all be cheering for?
All right, let's do one for the college gridiron. Of course, I'm going to take my University of Illinois bowl-bound Fighting Illini, getting 15 against the Iowa Hawkeyes on the road. You have bowl implications on the line in terms of jockeying for position. Maybe the Holiday Bowl potentially could go to the winner of this particular contest. Illinois is covered in 5 consecutive games. They're going to keep this much closer, again, than what Vegas or Jersey or Indiana or Iowa are indicating right now in terms of the overall line. And on the NFL gridiron, this is going to be overly chalky, but I do not understand how the Ravens are only favored by 3 on the road against the LA Rams. The Rams are putrid right now offensively. Did you watch that game against my Chicago Bears? They could barely matriculate the football down the field. It was eye-gouging. It was puke-inducing. It was disgusting football. And now you're facing the Ravens, firing on all cylinders, not only on offense with Lamar Jackson, Mark Ingram and company, but also defensively. And we got a revenge game narrative here with Marcus Peters, who has been brilliant since coming over from trade from the Rams to the Ravens. Now they got Jimmy Smith back. So those are the 2 games I'm going to have some heavy action on this weekend.
All right, so the Illini and the Ravens. You heard it here first from Brad. If you have any fantasy or betting needs, follow Brad at Yahoo Noise on Twitter. Thanks so much for stopping by, Brad. All right, that does it for our pro football coverage, but really quick, back to school. Jared, what's your best college pick of the weekend?
If we're going back to school, I'm going back to my school, and I'm taking the Miami Hurricanes -20 against FIU. If you don't know who FIU is, Florida International University, they're the little brothers of Miami. Everybody on our team, the top players go to Miami, and then the third and fourth best players go to FIU. FIU lost by 30 last week to Florida Atlantic. Trust me, Miami's going to win this game big. Miami's won their last 3 games. They're 6-4. I know they lost some games at the beginning of the season, makes people scared, but they're on fire now. They have 2 quarterbacks that are capable. So I think even when they get the lead, the other quarterback will come in and he'll score a lot of points. Give me Miami minus 30.
What does FIU even stand for, Jared?
Florida International University College.
There's more letters than they'll probably have points back there. I like that. I'm taking Air Force minus 21.5 at New Mexico. New Mexico lost to Liberty. They lost to almost everybody. And Air Force beat my favorite team, Hawaii, by quite a bit. So sign me up for Air Force. They're going to roll in this one. It's going to be a good one. And if you need any more college football picks, make sure to check out the Gold Rush every Saturday morning on the Yahoo Sports app. Jared was undefeated last week, so you don't want to miss out on that.
We hot, baby. We hot. We like the flame. We like the Fantastic Four Fire guy. That's what we are right now. We hot.
All right, that's going to do it for us this week. I hope everybody out there is winning some money. Make sure to check out all of the things on BetMGM.
And our producer of the show is also taking the Packers plus 3.5. Alan Springer is joining Matt Gothard. I think you're both going to lose, so you can bet with them and be unhappy, or you can bet with me and take the Niners.
This has been Mad Bets, everybody. Thanks so much. Have a good week.
They're going to lose.